thing. So I'll be holding your company until then. And I'll be doing it my way, of course, but, trying to keep the same format kind of thing, the same naughty corner, the same everything, and so all the people in the maxis say yeah again, yeah, and all the people going to work, all the people coming from work, good morning to all of y'all, yeah, outside there in Radio Land. All those who going to take a rest to go back out to jam tonight, and all those who come out this morning to jam this morning at your workplace, get your work done, get it going. You know how it goes, right? The numbers to call 622-4911 I can't remember the numbers. I can't remember the WhatsApp line. But you all know the WhatsApp line, right? So you all can try it out, right? Yes. So I have in replacement, for myself. Yeah, in replacement for myself. Because I have taken Stephan's chair. So, what? Pressure with that way. But anyhow, loving you still. Yeah, so for the next 2 weeks, you'll have myself and Obi Opinion Box. A former, well, not a former, I'm a current content creator in his own right. So today is a good day. And we wish Stephan all his safe flight going to his destination and being able to do his duties as he normally does. Right? Yeah, we hope to link up with him once or twice during the 2 weeks, and, see how things going outside there. And I mean, because it's always a nice experience when you travel. I always tell people to travel. Try your best to go outside there and see what the world has. The world has so much to offer that you don't understand it from being in Trinidad. Trust me. Only when you land and you start to traverse the areas and go into stores and meet people, family, friends, the thing just get different. Trust me. But people are the same people all over the world. I can attest to that because I've been 24 countries of this world already. And I can tell you that people are the same all over the world. It's just that in some countries, they just tapered off different because of the culture, different aspects of how they work. I've a couple of friends who talk normal Trinidadian accent when they're out on the road. When we the van moving, we talk in Trinidadian accent. But when they go in them big high-rise in Manhattan and thing, fully Yankee. You doubt it is the same person you're sitting down with, moving and talking in your normal accent. So I implore a lot of people to save up your money, and if you didn't go, help your child to go. Help them to go into the different places and so on, right? And well, lots of things happened this weekend. I have a nice topic to start off the program, but we'll get into. So, morning, Obi. How you doing? Well, now you're on. You're on it?
No one.
All right. Okay.
Pleasant good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Pleasant good morning, Talk City 91.1.
Yeah, man.
X boy, how you going?
I did just living my life, living la vida loca. You know how it goes. Just living.
A beautiful year celebration, boy.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. I went up there. I went up with the board because I have to go up with the board kind of thing. And it was nice. Had a nice camaraderie. We had a nice after party too, and the after party was really nice. A lot of modern thing, but it didn't really stop the celebration in any way.
Anything that stop Trini?
Nah.
Rain does only stop cricket, you know?
Yeah, only stop cricket. That's the only thing that stop. You pull on the covers with cricket. You pull on the covers. So we're coming up to 15 past. I wonder. All right, okay, yeah. Right, so this weekend was... well, I show speed is your thing, so you explain that. Because I just can't understand the fascination, but
it
you all have a different kind of...
It showed me, I've been telling people for a long time that as a content creator, I had to outsource because I basically do the same thing that they do, but the only thing I don't do the tour streaming like that, but I do live streaming. And what this weekend showed me, and I saw interesting, I saw this guy, Karen Rose, put out a detailed summary of what iShowSpeed would have did for the economy of Trinidad and Tobago and with his visit.
Right.
And it was nothing. And it's the truth. And the reason for that is because our culture, as I always say, we can't become a first world nation with a third world mentality.
Right.
What this weekend showed me is how third world we are as a society.
Okay.
The few people who knew of him. Most people thought it was an annoyance. They thought it was stupid. They couldn't understand.
Who is he really? Where is he really?
I Show Speed is one of the top YouTube live streamers and Twitch live streamers in the world.
Because the first time I hear about
this guy.
First time.
Very popular.
But
with,
he's very
with
popular,
young people.
understand. 45
right?
million views and all
yes,
that.
He's a multi-millionaire. He's right up there with some of the top creators in the world. Asmon Gold, Kai Sanat, whose mother is a Trinidadian, by the way. And he's just one of the greatest in terms of what he does. Now, he basically is doing a world tour where he's just going to all the countries in the world. He recently came from Africa and all these different places.
Right.
But what I think happened here is how he decided to come Trinidad. It was literally like announcement today, then I hear tomorrow.
Right,
so nothing wasn't properly prepared. And in terms of the Minister of Tourism, and the Minister of Tourism would have and even Michelle Benjamin, she couldn't react to that because you remember they already have the thing taking place with the UNC on the exact same day.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
He was just it looked for me like Ojo Will and Double M and whoever was there and the influencers, and a lot of people are making fun of all local influencers for kind of like trying to get his attention, and he kind of blowing them off. And I was saying, I don't
man running behind the truck and all kind of mad thing.
Yeah, well, that's how it is always be. And I being honest with you, that crowd was only small because he didn't tour the whole of Trinidad. Normally, the crowds just be worse. Yeah, millions, hundreds of people just be following him. Children love him, right? So that's why he would have seen.
What he selling?
All he sells is himself. That is literally what it is. He live streams. And you know, he talks loud, eccentric.
I see going to get bacon and shark and all kind of thing.
Right, and then today now, a lot of people were saying that they felt he didn't do enough for tourism. No, he's in Grenada right now. He left for Grenada literally after he finished in Trinidad.
Okay.
And as he's in Grenada, he is boasting. So we are about to get some licks from Grenada again. You remember, we don't get licks from them already because we call the current real dry.
Right.
Well, now he is saying that he wish he could do it some bacon shark, some doubles, and something from Trinidad while he's in Grenada doing his tour. So you know we're going to get some licks from Grenada for that.
Yeah, loose talk.
Yeah, but we food, you could say what you want, we food was good. But everything that was done for him was somewhat rushed together.
Okay.
So it looked really shangalang. My personal issue with it was the weather was poor from the morning.
Right.
And then eventually it came down, and you're trying to tell me, okay, you're preparing all these things, but the most basic thing to prepare, which is an umbrella, none of you all walk with that? Just to shelter him?
Well, it wasn't expecting rain, I guess. I don't know.
But it overcast whole morning, it's dark.
Well,
you're seeing rain falling in other places. And the thing is, he's so good. He smelled the rain, and he told them when he was on Charlotte Street, he was like, I'm smelling the rain, it's about to fall. And he was like, where I'm from, it rains a lot. I'm telling you it's about to rain. And as he said it, bam, it bust down on him.
Okay, interesting. I don't know what he thought about.
It's a young people thing.
That had to be a Gen Z business.
Yeah, but it showed.
Wait, the one after Gen Z. Gen Z, another one after.
Nah, millennials, Gen Zs, we would be familiar with him. Right. If you're in the streaming space or you're a content creator, like I said, for the local content creators, but for the people who do YouTube and Twitch and these things, like me, I just do Kick. So we familiar with those guys. I learned from them.
Because I remember when Raja Wild came down here the other day. That was a mad scene. Them youths and them going crazy and singing word. I remember in my son's wedding.
And then DG came the other day too, and they went crazy for him too.
I remember in my son's wedding. All of a sudden we sitting down, everybody sitting down on the tables doing the thing, wherever. This Raja Wild came on. And youths and them just flocked to the DJ.
Yeah.
And them singing the tune and them word for word.
It's a different culture. Yeah.
I want to know who the hell is he, because the man just pull them, you know. Real simple, no maths, you know. He just playing, and he jump out some Raja Wild and he played two of them. And them youths and them just grab it, about 40 of them. Going around the DJ and singing it, and one back his jacket, one take off his jacket, and start swinging it in the air. And I'm like, what the hell going on here?
It's a huge disconnect. And you see, because of the fact that I do streaming with my sons, we have a huge gaming platform.
Right.
And because I do it with my kids, their friends, we have a personal, well, there's something called Discord, which is like a prettier version of WhatsApp for content creators.
Right, okay.
And we have a personal Discord with all their school friends in it. And believe it or not, I'm the only parent in the chat. Because their parents aren't familiar. No, they're not familiar with it. So they're more older, and some of them, like, they don't know that. So, we mix and mingle. So it's just a disconnect between this generation of youths and the adults. So that is why everybody thought it was silly that everybody was chasing this guy all over the place. But when you look at him on an international standpoint, he is like we Marshall Montano. Because if Marshall Montano hop on a truck and drive through town, we will run on the truck. We did it for plenty other artists, Bungie, Fail. So we do it for Certified Samson. He's our biggest local content creator. So it's like I said, he is America and the world's one of the biggest, and we have our Certified Samson and our,
Well, you heard it, folks. You heard it live on a live from Wobby, the original content creator, about this. I trying to get into content creating for the longest while, and I just can't.
It's
I
a
have
fun
all the
thing.
tools. I have all the tools and equipment to do it.
And you don't do it.
And I just have not gotten the chance. I just can't see myself.
I was originally open to like teaching a lot of people about it, but recently some stuff been going on, and I've officially made my mind that I'm going to be like the other top content creators in the country and gatekeep my knowledge, because it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody.
All right, cool. We're going to take a break right now. We're going to come right back and get into the topic of the day. And we'll open a little bit again with the events of the weekend. And then we'll get into the topic of the day. Because I think that...
PM look good, boy.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Right, so we'll be right back, people. So stay locked on.
Protect yourself from electric shock or death. Before conducting repairs close to overhead lines or the point of connection to your home, contact TN Tech to request a temporary disconnection. When driving tall vehicles, ensure they do not exceed 15 feet. Do not lift lines to allow vehicle to pass. When carrying out underground works, contact TN Tech's area offices to ensure there are no underground conductors and cables before digging. At TN Tech, safety is our priority. TN Tech, the power,
trust,
make it
and
work.
respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy
Your
Duty,
news,
Alex
anytime,
Sassi, Karen
anywhere.
Francisco,
TTT
Charlie
News
Lee
brings you
Lewis,
the facts
Short
that
Pants,
matter
and
most,
more of
on
the
air
voices
and
shaping the
online. More
national
ways to stay
conversation,
informed.
from the hard-hitting
TTT News
current
covers the
affairs to
stories
real
that matter.
community
Join us
issues,
nightly
culture,
at 7.
politics,
TTT
social
News,
development, and the
committed,
stories
accurate,
that matter
relevant.
most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk. This is Talk City 91.1. Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago. Today, let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your...
All right, people, we're back inside. Right, so today is a new day. Stephan is not with us for the next 2 weeks or so. He'll be in different parts of the Caribbean doing his thing, and we'll hook up with him once in a while and make sure that he's okay and everything is going well. We don't only peeping this, oh. Only peeping. Yeah, you're going to do now. You only peeping. Nah, don't say them. Right, so we have the doctor up at 10 o'clock, a little before 10. Whether?
Coming back.
Oh. Yeah. So, generally, the topic that I wanted to talk about. So we don't have the North Corner today, so don't look forward to it. And we'll see how that goes as it goes along. Yeah. So, right. So the topic today, this morning, is on something that I've been seeing for the last month or two, right? And I put myself in the scenario that I wonder how it would have been. You know, that kind of way? Because I have a stepson and I have a son, and we all lived in the same house for years, right? So in going along that journey, that was indeed a learning experience for me, because I had to manage my son and my stepson expectations, right? So I don't want it to be about me per se, but I'm just saying, you know, from my perspective. And it was very, very interesting that all of a sudden, you know, in algorithms, right? You know, when you pull up one thing on Facebook, your algorithms just sort of send you things along those lines, right? So we've been doing that. I've been watching what's going on. I saw it twice, and then I saw it 2 other times with 2 other couples. And then on top of that, in real life, twice I saw scenarios playing out in the local domain with this stepmother and stepfather issue. And I know a lot of stepmothers and a lot of stepfathers listening. So all listening, and I want all it to be interactive today, to call the lines to talk on this issue, because it is one that is very, very, how to put it? It's very fickle. It's very, how to put it? It's a very thin line you're walking, right? As a guy who out there, a young guy, he looking for a girl, you know, he get into a little relationship with a girl, it start to go good, whatever the case may be, but you knew that the child, that the mother has children, or a child, right? Let's deal with one child for one, right? So I'll try to sum up all of the experiences that I got from Facebook, from TikTok, and in real life, right? It is very, very simple. If you are a child, if you are, well, you are the child's, I want to put this the correct way. If you are dating a lady, right, and it starts to get serious, and she has a young one, maybe about 3, 4 years old, some of them 2, some of them in arms, or some of them young, like about between the ages of 4 and 11 kind of thing, right? And you get in with the mother. By default, you normally start to get in with the woman's children, right? You start to get in, you start to deal with them by default. The love part and all that sort of stuff, in terms of not being your child kind of thing, kind of grows on you, and you get into that relationship with the mother. So by default, you end up minding the child, right? You're going to the child PTA, you're going to everything for the child, right? Everything concerning you're dropping the child to school, you might help them with the homework in the afternoon, and you may not have children with that woman, right? So this child comes like the child that you don't have kind of thing, right? But you have to mind the child by default, right? Because if you're minding the mother, you can't, well, even if the mother working, but you would contribute to the household and whatever, you would mind the child by default. So you have this child, and it's 2 scenarios. It's either the father playing his role in terms of bringing up this child, or he's not playing his role. He hasn't been present at all. And he has been disappointing the child in a number of instances. When you have a little recital, you have a little kickboxing, your little, all your little extracurricular activities that you would, normally when you're going up at that child and you look out in the audience and you see your parents there, it just give you extra motivation, that kind of vibes. Well, you may be the one, because the mother working or whatever, you may be the one to attend as a stepfather. You may be the one to attend the function and sit down in the front row, and and the child seeing you there. All that builds the confidence of the child. And this is what I've been talking about, children and that fallout. You see, the interventions is what has made the difference. And that stepfather may be making the difference in terms of an intervention for the child. So the child gets to understand, a parent in the household, a parent following up on activities, all these things. These things just bring, how to put it, human service to a relationship, right? Because the mother will start to love you more now because you're taking care of a child that is not yours. And all these different dynamics playing off in the mix. And that in itself brings me to the topic of, let's say for 17 years, well, the ones that I saw on Facebook and with about 17, or the child about 17 or 18, now going and graduate. And there's a scenario where the graduation come down to the point where it's just a ticket left, right? Yeah, a ticket left, right? And you come as the young 17-year-old or whatever, come to tell the stepfather, here's what happened. I want my dad to attend the event. And there's only one more ticket to have. Mm-hmm. And I want to give my real father a play. Now, mind you, he in there for about 17 years of your life.
He in there for the multitude of your life.
Yeah, right? For the multitude of your life. And he is expecting to have...
He just makes a guest appearance.
Yeah. And what's it? Because you have different models going on here in this figure.
Is he pushing, demanding that he should have the ticket to go? Or is this just based on the child wanting?
Well, that's the child. We're just dealing with the child now. Right? The child saying that one more ticket, the attendance real tight, and I can only invite one of you all. And I would prefer to have my real dad at the graduation.
How do you deal with that?
That's one. Number two, I'm going to get married. Right? My stepfather doing everything for me all the time. I had to leave and go in a dorm to live, or I had to go somewhere and rent an apartment, or whatever it is.
See where you going with this
right?
idea, though.
And you come and you tell them here what's going on. Or they hold the backyard, or they take the backyard and hold the wedding. No worries, wherever. I paying for everything.
Right.
My money spending since you're about 4 years old.
I in your life.
I in your life. And I've been doing everything for you. I get you a car. I rent a place. I rent in a place for you, wherever. And then you come
soon to be husband, son-in-law.
Right. And you come now to tell your stepfather, here what's going on.
My father
I want my father to walk me down the aisle. I want my father to walk me down the aisle. Not the stepfather. Who's spending the money?
Daddy contribute a case of chubby to the wedding?
Well, we don't know. I didn't want to confuse this scenario, but I'm just saying, you come and tell the man, yeah, what's going on? I would really love my father to walk me down the aisle.
I think...
After he has not been there and disappointed you on 3 occasions before.
Or all your life. Because he's never been there.
Yeah, he never been there. So he come now and telling you, she come now and telling you, I want my father to walk me down the aisle.
No, here where that is really interesting, eh? The mature side of me will tell her go ahead. But I'll tell you this. The relationship wouldn't be the same after.
Well, I have a lot of people that took your stance. They are of the view that only when you're in the situation at the time, you will understand. Because the two fathers that I saw on Facebook, they went and pull out all the plug. All. They pull out every single plug. All the rent for the apartment, the new car buyer, and not spending no money for the wedding. I take back everything.
Another petty. And I'm not going to
descend
into that realm.
It have men like that. You come and tell me after minding you for about 15, 16 years of your life, giving you everything that you want because I'm with the mother. And I may not even be married to the mother, but I'm with the mother a number of years kind of thing. I may have had 2 other children or whatever it is, right? That is the extras in the scenario. But generally, you telling me that because you trying to make back up with your father, you're telling me now that you want your father to walk you down the aisle? Or worse yet, if I tell you I want 10 people in the wedding of my people because I spend any money, I buying the cake, I buying everything, I spending the whole money. And I tell you I want 10 people.
And he say he bringing
and
the whole
you
family.
you and your mother say, it's 150 people alone we inviting. And
half
you
is your father
and
family.
you will invite 10 of them and my people. You will invite them. Everybody else meeting you all over the place and telling you, we'll see you on the date, wherever. And they're telling you that. But the people that you say you wanted to invite, the 10 people that you wanted to come to the wedding, has not been called. When you ask them about it, them arrogant. That it only have space for 150 people and we go see if we can squeeze them in.
Okay, and like I said, I will agree to it.
Right.
And then after that, your home will have a vacant space eventually because I won't be there anymore.
Well, I want to hear the people outside there. I want to hear what you all think because a lot of things are. Will you react in the moment?
And then too, you have to ask yourself what you're doing it for. Like in my scenario, my sons have a little brother.
Right.
And from the jump, his dad wasn't in the space.
Right.
Now, when he had come, that side of me was like, hey, Dinah, my kid, I dealing with my boys. My sons was living with me. They just move up and down between me and the mom.
Yeah, but if they're living by their mother,
right,
and they have a little brother,
right.
When you're buying things for your
This is what I'm now explaining.
Uh-huh.
So, by proxy,
right,
I take care of him too, to a certain extent.
Right.
Right? But, like, again, we don't have, like, a maintenance order or nothing like that. But
right, okay.
if I buy anything and it goes there, he gets. And for a while, like I said, I was excommunicado. I wasn't going near.
Right, okay.
But as he started to grow older, every time I go out with my boys or something, if my sons and say, hey, we went to the movie and we watched this, he feel left out because, you know, he's a child. He want to experience these things. And she used to tell him, well, that is dear dad. Now, again, the egotistical side of a man might say, I don't care about he.
Right.
But because I knew what I went through as a child growing up, not my dad died when I was 9, my mom was overseas, so I was raised by everybody.
Right.
I know how, like you were saying, if there isn't an intervention,
right, okay,
a child could grow up being a specific type of way. So what eventually started to happen was I included him. So now if I go to the movie, he comes. If I go for ice cream, he comes.
Right.
If I just do it.
Right.
And I know there's a huge possibility that later on in life, he will gravitate back to his dad or his dad might show up.
Right.
And when that happens, my takeaway from this is I didn't do this because I was trying to receive a reward. I did this to possibly keep him from going down a specific path, which is I don't know what it is to have a dad. I grew up with resentment. I grew up with hate. I grew up with anger. So that is why I said the relationship will change after the dynamic comes in.
All right. Let's put it this way.
Mm-hmm.
I am saying about 90% of the stepfathers out there,
They would react negatively to it.
they are, I don't know if they understand the role and function.
Mm-hmm.
Not because you're dealing with the woman. It have some woman will invite you to literally be the child father. Right? Even though the father still exists, he's still alive, but he just ain't playing no role.
Mm-hmm.
But it have women would invite you in a sort of way to look for a stepfather kind of role.
Mm-hmm.
Because they may see qualities in you that, you know, that is good, wherever.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of doing that, do stepfathers understand their role? Because you're not going there. It have women that
You're
don't say.
supposed to.
It have women that don't say anything.
Yeah.
But there's a lawyer inside,
Mm-hmm.
and
then
they
you had to
have a
figure it out
child,
when
and
get
you have
there.
to figure it out when you get there.
Mhm.
It's not a case of I invited to be a stepfather, but you will play a role.
Yeah.
And you as a man will play a role, and a real man will play a role.
Will play a role.
But that doesn't mean that you're the child father or anything like that.
Yeah, but you see,
And then you get disappointed down the road when the stepchild telling you, yeah, what's going on?
yeah, but you see, let
You
me
can't
tell you.
walk without
Yeah,
the
but then
idol.
you're trying to tell me. You're trying to tell man. This goes back to when I used to work Children's Authority.
Right.
I quit working Children's Authority
Right.
within 2 months because they were trying to tell me that when I get to the homes,
Right.
I am supposed to disconnect from the mindset that these are children
Right.
and look at it from the position of the awards of the state.
I'm gonna take this one in. I'm gonna take this one in. Hello, good day. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
What's going on here? Hello.
Caller.
Hello. Hello. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Master.
No, that is nice.
No. Which one is it? The phone line.
Nah, that is audio. I think Stephan should at least some stickers on them thing in it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
Assembly member.
Well, I don't know what's going on. I'll take off that call. I don't know what the hell going on here.
Yeah, I think the part was to try to switch off the parenting side of me with how I would deal with my sons and not bring that to the workplace and deal with the children a specific way.
Right.
And I couldn't do it because in my eyes, all I saw was children. So I couldn't process it. So I quit the job.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So you have to understand that if a
Hello?
stepfather accepts, that is WhatsApp ringing there, and I hear in WhatsApp. Try and take WhatsApp and see if we go get you with WhatsApp.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, gentlemen. You can hear
Guys
me?
are there. Yeah,
Morning,
we hear
go
you.
ahead. Go ahead.
All right, you're getting WhatsApp. Good. Yeah. Yeah.
Is this foreign
Well,
news?
Yeah,
that will hurt. That will hurt.
Morning foreign news.
That was
That will hurt big. No, it will hurt big time.
Yeah, it will.
If you're with the mother, you love the mother and all that, but you accept the mother, you accept the kid.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But that will hurt big time after all you do. And that child, you made sure the child always had a roof over their head and be fed and all that, and the father is a deadbeat, never there for the kid. Right?
Yeah.
You know what? You guys ever saw you guys ever saw on social media Jam Monkey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there.
Jam
Yeah,
Monkey,
Jam
let's get to
Monkey.
that.
The little monkey asks him, "Quick question, father.
Yeah. Good question.
Should a man be with a woman with child or children?" He said, "Absolutely not." He said, "Men were made to create families, not join one."
Men were made to
Right.
create
Men were
families,
made
not
to create
join one.
families, not to join one. I love that.
Interesting.
Yeah,
love
but you
that,
know what?
but
It comes
guys
down to
just
the
don't do
mother
this.
too, because if the mother was bringing up that child in the right way
Right.
and showing that child
She will not pull that stunt.
and giving the values and everything and showing that child, look, this is not your father, but he is your biological father, but he is more than a father to you than your own father has been. Then you will never have the outcome of how those poor men who had to pull all these stops and not pay the rent, not pull the pay for the wedding and all that. Yeah, I mean, each situation is different. I don't know, but I feel for them, so I can't judge them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But the relationship would definitely change in the end.
Well, your marriage is already child.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
well,
With
well,
child and the
well,
mother,
well,
if it's allowed,
At
it
a
will
point
change.
where in one of these skits that the child calling the father after the fact and saying, you really didn't come to the anniversary, disappoint me again, but I'm having a problem with my rent. And he's saying, you lost that privilege to call me father,
Yeah.
to call me dad.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't and I won't help you.
Wait a minute. You're paying rent for a child how old though?
Well, 17,
She in college.
18,
Let me
she
just say
college.
she go in college.
So you
Yeah.
have to pay for the rent.
She go in college?
Yeah, so you're paying for
Yeah,
you're
well,
paying for
guess
door.
what? Life is a lesson to learn, not only in the classroom and reality. Guess what? Hey, there's a lesson you're learning in life. Some easy, some hard. And there's reality.
Hard knock life. She
All right?
had to go back.
You reap what you sow.
Well,
You understand?
It is what it is, right?
It is what it is. That's what it is. All right, Barry.
All right,
Okay,
thanks,
fine.
Later. Cheers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think I get the phone line sorted out. Make a call back, people. Telecom line, yeah.
Yeah,
supposed
but
to
I
be
agree.
that.
I agree with that. I think the relationship would definitely change because I'm telling you, I have somewhat gotten attached to my son's little brother.
Right.
And to the point where even my family does cover him.
Oh, okay. Hello, good day.
Morning, Mr. X.
Morning.
Morning,
Welcome.
morning.
And morning to Stephan. I hope you have a nice trip. And morning to the brother who there with you.
Hey, good morning,
Obi,
sir.
yeah,
Good morning.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
X people must be man, you know, to face principle. If I meet a woman that I'm interested in and she have children, I supposed to be interested with the children. Just as if she have her mother with her, you have to be interested with the mother too, to be a man. I ain't have a problem with being minding a child, and for some reason the father was die them business.
Exactly. That's how I see it too.
It come in a position that she come a day or he come a day and say, look, I meet my father and with this and we trying to communicate and we talking. I don't have a problem with that. But if you see, you start to go with your father and your father now starting to put things in your head and you start to come home now, with I minding you and bringing a problem, that is a problem. I cut off everything there. As long as you disrespect me, that cut off. But as long I deal with people already with children, and I could tell you, up to now, these children is get on still like I am still the real father, although they have their father. I don't have a problem if you come and you tell me your daddy you're getting married and your daddy gay away. You go ahead. I will still fund everything. I will still help you. But anytime the disrespect comes, that is the cutoff. All you have a good day.
All right. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
if you
well,
bring
people have
if he
different- people
brings
have different-
disrespect, I
People
would
have
change.
different perspectives on it, right? Because it's a very kind of
It's a touchy topic.
It's a touchy topic, and that's why I thought I'd bring it today, because I want to tie this into the politics before we end. I want to tie this into the politics because we have to understand, this is real life scenarios, real thing we're talking about here.
Yeah, it is
you know,
happening
and men just be exposed to it, especially that stepfather role. You see that stepfather role?
And
It's a
not only
very
that,
ticklish thing.
the stepfather rule.
And them boy, you know my father.
Yeah,
and you
but
can't talk to me.
yeah, but
and how can I
here
do
with
the
that
show?
another side of that we're not looking at too.
Yeah.
After I spend 2 to 3 years in your life, your mother could put me in court for you,
Well, hello, good morning. Hello.
Yeah, morning, Mr. X.
Morning.
I'm Mr. O'Brien.
Yeah, man.
I do agree with I do agree with Mr. X 100%. Because he said he wants to show me disrespect. That is disrespect. If I mind you and I take care of you right through, and no time for an occasion like that, you want to be your own father to go. That is disrespect. So if he say you continue, after the child blanket, and I want my daddy to come, I don't want you to come. That is disrespect. You still talk about tomorrow go back and see about that child. That is stupidness.
Yeah,
So I drive in taxi. Let me get a short thing. I drive in taxi. I pick up 2 in the back, the token. We come in down fetch and fetch you the token. Everyone telling me next one. She say, I'm going to do it. You know me, I do like them kind of short man. You know I do like short man. But he helping me with the children. So I kind of using him. As them trying to get the age. Me, I don't want no part of it. He had to take aside. So I just showing the women this thing, go look on and listening.
All right,
Okay then.
all right,
Okay.
It's a very interesting one. I tell you, this topic very touchy.
Yeah, but you see, that is another
Hello,
factor.
Hello?
I think WhatsApp. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Sponsors.
Hello?
Yes.
X,
hello.
you hear me?
Right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like this topic. You see, because some people tend to have difficulties having kids. So having stepkids is not a bad thing, because my family have stepkids, and also they have adopted kids. So it's not a bad thing, because man and woman, they go through problems, some of them have insurance. That's two medical things. So it's not a bad thing. And then I hear a guy calling you. He said he's foreign news. He's talking to a monkey to listen to that kind of have family
Hello?
and do not join family.
Hello.
No. That is just a app.
You lost me.
Listen, I'll be there for news call. To me, in my book, he talks a lot of rubbish. Anyhow, X, you have a good day. Step family is not a bad thing.
All right.
And it's not lines. You gotta draw the line.
All right.
Okay then.
All right?
Cool.
Yeah, have a good one.
No, you want to talk to your thing. Don't talk about somebody else.
Yeah.
Why always do that?
He's entitled to his opinion.
Talk about your opinion. Concentrate on that. Don't study nobody and what they're thinking. You know what I mean? It's come now, man. Where doing we?
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, we hearing you.
You going.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, but I think it still boils down to the family dynamic. And look at it this way. Okay, let me just say I give you almost everything in your life as a child.
Right.
And then the relationship don't work out. And I end up in court and I had to pay maintenance for you for the rest of my life. And I paid you maintenance. Your father was never around for your whole life. The day of graduation, I see a picture with you, your mother, and your father in your graduation. And I paid maintenance to buy you.
I tell you the man turned wrong. I tell you the man turned wrong and said to take out all the switch element. the apartment, the car she driving, everything. He said, no wedding, I'm not paying.
Yeah.
I'm not paying because I found I was disrespected. And then have a lot of men will tote feelings like that.
Yeah.
And then it have men who in this situation, okay, the same way how a man might be dealing with a girl and he come and he done with the woman kind of thing, right? But he had to move out. But he just move out and left everything.
Yeah.
No, that's when it's not acrimonious. When you're actually, dealing with the issue. You might just walk out. You leave fridge, stove, wherever.
Right.
Because you have children with the woman and whatever, right? So that is part of how you're living, right? So you just walk out and leave everything, and go and sat over in our one room somewhere.
Right.
I'd have men now. I will back my TV.
Yeah.
I will back everything they
well,
back
you see, the other day I was telling women, I said, I do not agree with women wanting men to be providers in 2026. I don't agree to it.
You don't agree with what?
With women wanting men to be providers in 2026. I don't agree with it. And the reason why I don't agree with it is because based on the charity programs and things we just do, a common denominator that we run into in the programs is single mothers who were in relationship with men. And when the relationship went south, the man put them out. And if they don't have family to fall back on, they end up on the streets with the children.
Well, there are no support systems is another issue.
No, it don't have. I could tell you it don't have
that,
because we just had to fight up with that. Yeah. So what I've been telling women to do now is focus when you're in a relationship with a man. A long time, Granny and them used to say, take a little bit of the kakara and chuck it on a mattress or chuck it in a pillowcase. Right. I just advise women to put down money to buy a little fridge, put down money to buy a little stove, put some money down that you could at least pay for a 1-bedroom apartment or something so that in case the relationship goes south and the man tells you leave his place, if you have no family to fall back on, you could go and rent an apartment, you could have a little start rest down. I even went as far as to tell them, find out where it could have storage unit, or if you have friends, you could lease stuff buy a little fridge, buy a little stove and put it down. So just in case it don't work out, you have something to fall back on. Because when it falls apart, the women are usually left in the hot seat, especially if you have children too with the individual.
Right. Okay. Well, a lot of them don't understand that or willing to. Some women, watch it. These issues are them real ticklish.
Yeah, they
because everybody's wired differently.
Yes.
And when you meet people of a different age group or a different, because it have young girls and old men and that sort of stuff, and they think differently.
Yeah.
So a real mature man, a man with money and all, does operate totally different.
True.
He's operating on a scale where he get that 2 and 3 women and minding all the household and them because he had the money.
Yeah.
So he really business.
Nope.
All this love and commitment and all them kind of jazz. is out the window for them.
Yeah.
Because they have money.
But that's what we was discussing, me and
They can
Stephan
buy
was
you a car.
discussing.
They can buy you a car 60, 70,000, 100,000.
My money doesn't depreciate with age, but your looks depreciate it with age.
Well, yeah.
And that is an argument they don't like to hear, but it is true.
Yep. Hello, good day.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning for that nice topic.
Thanks,
nice
man.
topic. Then, I live in an area, and things I see. No, I never ever come across or experience that young girls in the village now. They are the man in the village where they know where they go up with them all together. Yeah? They go on outside.
Mm-hmm.
They look for man breed them. They're looking for money. Now the man have money. He's looking at some of the men it's a bandit they put on work. Police kill them, or they end up losing their life, or they make in jail.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming back now in the same village now with the child now and looking for some of the same men now who they're black now when they were single now. I end up back with these fellas now and had to put them in a house now and marry them now. And still on top of that now, these men taking that, the woman going out and flinging and doing things like normal, and these men taking that. I just wonder, well, how these men thinking, right? So sometimes now, men just try to help these people and them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they abuse it to the max then.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to look at that, but I see that happening in my area then. And I say, Lord have mercy. Some of the women, they don't have a heart at all. Like what the guy said a while ago, some of the women will just really say, using you. Because when the children get big now, that's the day for them.
Mm-hmm.
So women just cause their own demise too. I thought genuine men out here now who really willing to help them and work with them then. With the children, although the children is not them own, and it's abuse that. So that's a nice program, but this opened my real panorama box.
Yeah,
and this are real different meanings and things for us.
Yeah, man.
Nice program again for us.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
No, but this is real scenarios going on here, you know.
But this is somewhat like the equivalent of a man minding a child all his life, and then when the child reach 18, he get to find out the child is not his own.
Well, that's another scenario all entirely. Another scenario too.
Yeah, but imagine a planned wedding. Okay, let me show you why it's the same thing. I meet your mom and your dad split. You was a little child, right? Or better yet, I meet your mom and around the same time your mom was playing with me and your dad. She tell me the child is my own based on she find I have more potential than your father.
Right.
You come into the world, I sign your birth paper, you is mine.
Right.
Your mother and the father know that you are not mine, but they didn't tell me nothing. All of a sudden, I plan big wedding for you, anniversary. Your father insists he want to be there.
Right, okay.
And shows up. And he mark because it always have a granny or a nene who know.
Right, okay.
And the talk leak in the wedding. And I start to ask questions.
Right, is that mine?
Is that child really mine? And then when everything is pressed, because Rondell Fields, the president of the Fathers Association, he was dealing with several situations like that 2 months ago, where through paternity court now, several men were minding children, and they found out the children weren't theirs.
Well, it is unfortunate. Well, every time you make a child and they say the child resembles Uncle Robert from down in Guagari, and I said that I said that everybody except you.
Yeah.
Except you. It ain't resembling you. It's resembling everybody else in the family except you.
Yeah.
You know, you have to check yourself.
And then when you look at the child birth paper, it mark loading.
Yeah. It's a real kind of precarious kind of situation that you have to kind of try to figure out, which direction it's going in. And you stand up there and you like, all this money I spend, what is going on here? Something is adding up. And then the truth comes out, and then there's a whole set of drama. So it's a lot of twist to the whole situation. But the stepmother and stepfather issue.
It's a tricky role to put
issue.
yourself in.
Yeah, and I am not convinced that most men understand the role around stepfathers.
No, they don't.
They don't understand. They just go in there thinking the father in there and are going to be the stepfather.
Yeah.
But what role is that? What does that mean?
And how serious of a father are you going to play in that role?
Well, that's the problem. And women now, they either let you come in and play the role by default. They don't tell you anything. Some of them will bold-facedly tell you, hey, what's going on.
You gotta handle that. And that's why I said I don't do it like that. I include him in the events that my sons taking place. So my sons just play hockey.
Right.
So by proxy, you see them doing hockey.
Right.
He taking a hockey, I get a stick for him. So he doing hockey too.
Right.
My sons just do Muay Thai. So by proxy, he go in the Muay Thai tournament, he go in the training and thing.
Right.
He want Muay Thai, I put him in Muay Thai. Right? So I don't shun him because as far as I'm concerned, he's an innocent to me.
Right.
And he had nothing to do with me. But I understand how he used to feel, that psychological and emotional breakdown that he would have every time my sons would, because like I said, my sons could move anyhow.
Right.
So if they up the road, they up the road. If they down the road, they down the road. But when they come down, children will talk. So they will come and say, well, we went and watch Mario with we dad. Or we went and think this. And he has nobody to do that with him. And yes, we could say the mom has to kind of counter that by going with him. But the experience doesn't be the same because he wants to share the experience with his brothers.
All right.
So to keep him from having that psychological thing.
But there are so many other scenarios out there. It have men, they go in and dropping things for the child alone.
Yeah.
And that causing bacchanal because the smaller one.
The other child benefiting from it.
And all kind of different scenarios that play out in the real space of life.
Yeah.
Not just pretend life. Not just pretend.
Girl, what you calling me for money for? I give you money for the month and it's that man child eating out. Yes.
That's what the problem is. You know, and that happening.
But that comes with maturity, bro. And that's what I said. Not everybody has that level of maturity.
If it comes with maturity, everybody would have been good to go.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, so we don't have that level
of maturity. We don't have that level of maturity.
We don't have it. I tell you, the man come out and try to pull out all the plug.
Yeah.
He said, no, wedding in my backyard. Or let her leave. And the mother was encouraging that, you know. She was encouraging that so he said ask the question, but like all jamming or something, or because what is going on with this? How you supporting your daughter leaving me out of the picture, who has been here since day one? Who I raised, but you supporting him with his father, her father, who has done nothing for you or the child for how many years, and you supporting this scenario, and he wondering, but them jamming or something, or what is going on?
Like them trying to get back together or something going on behind the scenes and I'm not aware of it.
Yep. Right, folks, we're gonna get to Dr. What's his name? I can't remember the guy's name. But he's going to give you.
Just say Dr. Strange.
No. The doctor is coming up next, people. For all your issues with sciatica and all these issues will be coming up next. We'll go to the 10 o'clock news. And then we will follow into. Oh man, I ain't seen any news yet. I don't know what's going on. I want to check and see if I find any news now. I'll find news, people.
Papers come this morning?
No.
Oh Lord.
Alright, let me see if I'm lucky here. Alright, I was not lucky. Put it in the box. Photo library and see.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
So I got right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1, your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
So I got right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features.
Rima, San Fernando, or Tobago to get started today. For more details, visit policecreditunion.com or call us at 612-4PCU. PCU, your future is safe with us. All right, people, we're back inside, and Dr. Sital is inside with us today to give us some information on the... What number you're on there?
Therapy issues.
Tell me which one are you on there?
Yo, morning.
Yeah.
I see Mac on here.
Right. You're supposed to be there.
Yo. Inside, live.
You on?
He on, but we not hear no audio coming from him.
What's going on there?
Yeah, as well, I'll tune up.
Right. You're good to go.
Right, morning, greetings.
All right.
So we're talking about therapy issues from Sital's Physiotherapy, Massage and Laboratory Services Limited.
Right.
So we had a client come in last week. Right. So it was an interesting case. So that has been happening every so often. People will complain about arm pain, either the left arm, the right arm. You're thinking it's an arm pain, of course.
Right.
And they have gone to several places, medical, physical, everything.
Right.
To a great extent, you know. But the arm swollen, the arm stiff, it can't go up.
Right.
It can't even wave. So you're obviously thinking it's the arm.
Right.
But upon investigation, like we say, you must do a checkup, which is absolutely free. We don't charge that. Because you can't work on somebody just so. You must figure out what's happening. And you have to be correct.
True.
Right, okay.
So upon the inquiries and so on, it turned out not to be the arm.
It turned out to be
Something else. So it has something called the C1 to C7, T1 to T5. So that is the cervicals on the neck and thoracic.
Yeah.
So the person have a deep kyphosis, or the neck itself of the axis shifting forward.
Okay.
So we carry down the swelling first to the back of the neck, or which is also under the thoracic, the first thoracic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which affects the shoulder, which affects the arm.
Okay.
We ain't touch the arm yet, you know.
Right.
Are we gone? The girl ain't going up.
Really?
Case closed, no medication, no muscle relaxers, no painkillers.
So what did it?
We just have a technique to carry down the swelling on the back of the neck, which is called a kyphosis.
Okay.
You understand?
Kyphosis.
Yeah, what happened is a bulge on the neck or a swelling on the upper back, round the shoulders. Simply because, I mean, you had to walk, you're looking for money. You can't sit down and pray all the time.
Right, okay.
True.
So when you're doing auditing work or extensive computers or book work, your neck always forward. And bad posturing will lead to that in time.
To that problem.
In time.
Okay.
But what you gonna do? You gotta figure it out before, you know what I mean? It get more bad. So that has been happening every so often. So it's not a one case thing. But the problem is to diagnose the prognosis correctly. That is where the biggest problem comes.
Right, okay.
Because it'll be very close to the heart as well, because shoulder pain, scapularis pain, it does give chest pain. Because the person getting chest pain in the upper part. Remember, the heart make up in different parts, right?
Yeah, different
so,
sections.
Yeah, so different parts getting a lot of pain, not knowing it had nothing to do with the heart. So it's basically a strain, which is what was causing all of that, or a disformation of the spine, the cervicals.
Okay.
Simple layman term. Your neck hurting you, but you're thinking you go trigger along the arm, trigger down the fingers. But that's how it is. You know, many other cases is similarly the same problem. Another guy sometimes come in for neck pain. Nothing wrong with the neck, you know.
Right.
The shoulder blade have a nerve. Remember, you have about three of the biggest nerves in your body, you know. One running down your buttocks to your toe.
Right.
One running from your brain, your cranial, all the way down to internal organs and so on.
Right.
And extra running from your neck to your arm.
I don't know if the public understands. Am I on the mic on? Yeah. I don't know if the public understands the different parts of the spine one, because you mentioned T and you mentioned L, right? So which being thoracic and lumbar, right? And then you have the chest cavity and so on.
Yeah, that's in front now.
Right. So in terms of the people understanding how it's supposed to affect them, because you say the lady came in with a bump on her back and she didn't realize, right?
No, and after lots of medical check as well, eh?
Right. Okay.
Painkillers, muscle relaxer, not working. So the layman voicing would be you have a neck pain,
Right.
or you're behind your neck hurting you, that kind of thing.
Right, okay.
Layman term. Okay. But remember, if we had to write an insurance, so we had to write what's happening, we'd have to put it in the language of the medical, which would be the Latin phrases or the Latin words. Okay. So we can't go and say, well, you know, boy, you have a neck pain. It wouldn't work if for insurance purposes or for medical purposes or for health or for work. You had to phrase it like these things. So sometimes what we do, we send you for X-ray, and then you will get the full layout of it, as exactly seeing what's going on there, and that's it. So upper back, mid back, lower back. It's 3 different things. So the upper back is the T's, all the way down to T 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, and like roughly every 100,000 cases or every 100,000 person, you may also develop an extra rib. An extra rib.
So the rib, the Lord think you grow it back.
Well, that's our next ball game. So with the extra rib now, you have to be mindful and careful that have other issues associated with that. And then from there now you have the lumbars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have the coccyx. So the coccyx is divided into 4 different parts. It starts from the L5, L4, 5, and then you're going to the sacrum, Then you go into the SI and so on all the way down.
Okay.
And then from there, it diverse now. It travels to all different parts of your hip and so on, your neck of the femur, which is your ball and socket. Like when you're walking, this part here, like how you see my fist here, going into your hip, and this going to be your leg. So there's basically call that ball and socket, or neck of the femur. So that's like different parts of the body in that terminology. But basically, you're going to say, boy, my hip hurt me, as they say. But most sight-time patients, they don't get correct. Hardly.
That's unfortunate.
Well, like you say, you're quite right. They don't know these names for these parts. But remember, if you're studying that, how you're going to? You can't vex with that. That's how it is.
If Doc was to operate like a mechanic, he make a lot of money, you know.
Yeah, he make real money.
When people come to the hospital and say, Doc, this hurting me, and Doc, do he check and know that is not what hurting you, but he charge you
for that one
for
time,
whatever it is, and you're gone. And then your part start to hurt you again and you come back. Doc could make more money. That is why a checkup is important.
You just have to do that correct first. Have to. Because I have a client of mine. I mean, well educated and so on. Spend lots of money to do whatever the feel is. And I tell him leave the job. The boy breaking out in body parts like sores, rashes. Every time you do the work, with the first month, 100%.
Well, I mean, you getting acute exposures then.
He having certain exposures from the specific jobs. As he leave the work within a year, case closed. And he have gone all over. But remember, you don't spend all that money in education. You don't get your degree, you don't do your thesis and so on. What you going to do?
I go in an office yesterday and sit down in a chair and sneeze 10 times. For me time I sit down in the chair, I sneeze 10 times in rapid succession. So I like, something wrong with this material in this chair. Even I get up and go in the next chair, I good?
No, well, it have other things behind the scenes what is happening. But them is a different technique now. It have like different energies and things. People talk about aura and all kind of thing now.
Okay.
And then
whoever chakra in that chair was
them kind of thing. Yeah, sometimes negative influence now.
At that level you're talking about.
Yeah, because the most I go pick up there is a basic allergical reaction. That you sneeze, but not 10 times.
10 times straight. And I sit down in the chair. And I sit down just like this here in the chair. And I sneeze. And I'm like, what's going on here? Something is not enough. As I get up and go on the next chair, shake off myself. You know, and I was like, what the hell going on here? Is somebody so heavy in here, right?
Yeah, well, you know, that could be the layman thing now, but you know, as they say, in God's grace, some things are exalted, some things are not. You know,
but
people.
In terms of sciatic nerve problems and stuff like that, right? A lot of the times you would hear bad posture causes it. But what about like people who do like work in the security industry who stand for long periods of time, or people who sit for long periods of time, whether you be a driver or stuff like that? How do you negate that? Because I notice a big part of that causes disc reduction.
Yeah, well, to mitigate that middling effect, that difficult is that actually come in and do your checks and your x-rays at least once a year to see what's happening there. Because if the disc start drying, the synovial start drying there, or the disc start having lumbar-related issues, or it pushing forward or backward and thing, or it herniated and thing, right? What has happened is had to add back mineral to build back the disc, or it has certain exercise you do to stretch it back. But you have to be careful, because what has happened if a person have a disc disease or multiple fractures, you can't just do any exercise. Sometimes it doesn't heal 100, because I know people who's pilot and all, and obviously fractures they have and them flying a plane. But the technology is they figure out how to treat it.
Okay.
You understand? Once you figure out how to conquer your problem, that is 50% of the and more the work done. So the body will heal up. Because bones is normally take a couple months, 6 months, 9 months, and you're on again.
Okay.
But if you have weakness now, genetic disorder now, you're genetically disposed to having osteoarthritis, rheumatism, spondylosis, spondylolysis, it will cause an issue on the bone.
Right, okay.
You understand? Like some people have bone spurs. People don't realize the same bone spur in the foot is the same thing they get in other parts of the body and are just named differently.
What does bone spurs actually cause?
That's real pain.
How do you recognize
Oh,
it?
yeah, get it.
So, basically, you had to look at
calcium deposit or something.
yeah. Sometimes it's too much calcium remaining in the body, not weeding off the excess. Sometimes your vitamin K not working. So the vitamin K is the natural blood thinning coagulation in the body, which takes the excess calcium off the body. So it's normally keep it on the spine.
Right.
But with spurs now, you have to look at other facets. Like you might have stress, lifestyle, or strenuous positions, or you may have an autoimmune problem.
Oh, that would be the big one.
Yeah, well, what happened there, that will have to factor in other things as well, especially if you have the spurs on your hip or on your neck of the femur. Or you might have spurs on your spine. I had a client who had spurs on the spine from overtaking strong medication, strong vitamins. This go walk, that go walk, but you're getting old, you're going to eventually kick the bucket. You can only go do so much. You can't expect to be 60 and want to be running like 20. You have to understand. That is why they have breakdowns in medication, like diabetic medication, diabetic vitamin. You have to know where you fit and work with that.
True.
Because I have some clients that they're 60, they're 65, but they want to buy the most expensive medication to have expensive urine. It don't work. Remember your body getting older, you know. True. Your vascular system, your arteries, your coronary arteries, your perfusion pressure, all those are things in the heart itself.
Right.
So what happened with that now? What the excess medication of energy going? It's going to create another backup somewhere. So you have to take things according to your situation. Like for example, a diabetic person coming to do therapy. You have to understand you can't over rub the body. You can't over crack the body. They're going to get nerve damage. So peripheral nerve damage now is nerves outside the brain or the cranial, which you'll be feeling tingling and so on, throbbing pains on outside of your skin. So you can say your foot feeling this, your fingers feeling that. But if it damage bad, is a problem because nerves heal 1 millimeter at a time. When they go down
like somebody who's getting constant cramps in like their leg and stuff like that, what could be causing that?
Basically, they need to know certain exercise first. If it's not working around, then they check. Sometimes it's mineral deficiency.
RLS, restless leg syndrome.
I hardly have clients with that problem, but they do have it where sometimes they just move or jump, you know. But you just have to figure out if you have blockage in the arteries and so on. If you have calcium deposit that way, sometimes the blood flow pushes through and it moves the leg. And then you have to look at the mind. So the mind have a lot to do with other things as well.
And in terms of like natural stuff for like to take to kind of do like thin your blood or stuff
they
like
have
that.
certain
What
things.
do you recommend like in stuff like that?
It have certain things they could use. It have things like hurdy and things. It have things like this long red pepper. I forget the name sometimes. Cayenne and things.
A lot of people are boiling clove these days and drinking clove.
Well, those are poison. You know? Too much of that will cause other problems. So you don't know what you're doing with clove. Clove, you may take a little bit, but not regular.
Okay. Because clove is, they say clove kills bacteria.
Yeah. All them things does work. But what has happened is you have to understand you as an individual and what is your concern first before you adopt naturopathic things.
Okay.
Because
I think that is something that is not explained.
So where's the difference?
With naturopathic?
Naturopathic and allopathic and all those.
Yeah, well, naturopathic and basically they all stem from Ayurvedic.
Ayurvedic,
And it breaks down to the Western world now, which is allopathic, which is Western medicine.
Right.
So you have to understand, the Western medicine will work as well, but it will only carry you so far.
I'm going to take a call.
Of course.
Hello, good day. Hello, good day.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. Your call drop off.
I think we lost sound.
So people could call in as well. I'm supposed to give you numbers, you know. So what has happened is, basically if you're healthy, you don't have no major issues like general cholesterol, diabetical conditions and things. It have certain herbs which you could get in food which will work for you to be normal. But some people cross over to high cholesterol, triglycerides, mental depression and all them things. So you need a little medical intervention as well.
Okay.
Because, I mean, if all them naturopathic, people might get quarreling, but talk done, case closed. If all them naturopathic things used to work, we wouldn't have use of the medical.
True.
Well,
It may help to a great extent, but it's not the all finish. You have to figure out how to treat it. You must figure out how to treat it.
So you have supporting services that go through all that.
All them things.
Those check-in and
All those check-ins. From heart go right down to your toenail. You can check. It have different technology, that different equipments to do different things.
Yeah, good mechanic, bye.
Well, so far so they say.
All right.
You understand?
Great.
So it just depends on the individual and the problem they're having. Because look, a couple of years ago I had a client not too far from the village, Shogunas. They're seeing doctors, they're seeing Mount Hope and so on for a period of time.
Right.
I did one session with the person down to the house Dunville. How come?
Okay.
How come? Sometimes it has other things interfere with you physically.
Yeah.
But it's not physical. But those are a different kind of topic now.
Okay then.
You understand?
Okay then.
You see, most people don't realize, I'll use some words which is difficult to understand, so hopefully pull it up. Most people have a malign or a malaffected condition, which will then result in an enemyship of the individual.
Yes. I understand. I understand everything he said. And trust me, those words applied properly could be very insulting.
Well, the intellect of the individual is of that of my lord.
all right. I hear that.
You understand?
Trust me.
So, some people have other things going on beside the physical realm, as you say.
Right.
So, you have to figure out now how to treat a person or what advice best is needed. Because it have plenty other things that's be going on with people other than general layman thing. You know? But down to the therapy, we try to maintain it normal as possible.
Okay then.
Keep it normal as possible.
Almost got a call there. No, come up and go the push cut off.
Anyway, the numbers to call are 741-0071 and 301-2086. All checkups are free. Absolutely no charge. People just leave what they want. Some people like it's not an issue.
That's a dirty word. Free.
Nah, it's free. We can't do nothing with you.
You might get a checkup and get cured. And that might make you come back for more.
Well, clients do refer clients all the time. We do get referrals from different doctors, different clients all the time. That's how it does go.
Yeah.
But surgery is absolute last resort because I mean, if the therapy techniques are working,
surgery is absolute.
It's interesting.
Last.
It's interesting that he would say that because the first thing that was recommended to me was surgery.
Okay.
That was the first thing out the door, surgery, and it was done so funny. They were willing to do it right away. They were telling me if I sign off on it now, they could literally get me.
You win a prize.
They could get me on it within a week. Now it so happened that around that same time, it had a U.S. health fair that came to CUC up back in Maracas and Joseph up there, and they brought on a whole bunch of U.S. doctors, and it was like a health symposium thing where they was doing checkup and dental work and stuff. And I remember my sons and them. We lift up. I got up there like 4 in the morning. With my sons, we had a struggle because you want to get first, right? So we were up there 4 in the morning, and I got in, and I got to see this U.S. doctor, and I took the MRI for him. And the U.S. doctor, he went through everything, and he said, "Let me tell you something." He said, "This surgery that they want to perform on you," he said, "I will not recommend that you do this here."
To risk, yeah.
Yeah, he said, if you have to do this, you have to find a doctor with at least a success rate of 75% or higher to do this. And he said, hear what I'm telling you. He said, you're not going to get that. He said, I'm not shit, but I'm just telling you as it is. Yeah. And he said, but listen, you might not even have to go through that. And that is why I started to build the gym home. Yeah. He said, lose some of the weight. They had me on a bunch of painkillers. I mean, like I was popping painkillers every 4 hours.
Yeah, or sometimes you need it for the condition, but
right. And he was telling me, he said, if you keep popping these painkillers they're giving you, you're gonna damage your liver.
Yeah, long-term use.
Right?
Long-term use.
I was on long-term use.
So how long you use it for?
I was going on roughly a year with it.
Well, something will be wrong with you.
Yeah. So
yeah. So that's too long. We don't know about any painkillers so long.
I couldn't walk at all, and I'll be honest. It's Mr. Amol Singh is who we went by.
The chiropractor guy.
Yeah, and my nose was dead. I'm talking about like he's hitting me and he's getting no reaction.
You're not feeling anything.
Turn up the volts to shock.
Oh, the shocking machine, yeah.
Nothing. Nerves dead, flat. And the thing is, I came from step down with COVID, perfectly normal. And 2 days later, I couldn't walk. I couldn't move off the bed. And I walked. In the key to leave step down, you had to be able to walk. I was teaching people how to walk to get to leave step down. Leave step down, and 2 days later, I couldn't move. They had to break in my home to get me to come out. Amol Singh worked on me, the hospital recommended therapy. Every time I go, I couldn't go. So I started to get it done privately every now and again. I had a cane, and bit by bit, it started to reverse its course.
I'm also saying there's more cracking, you know.
Yeah, but he didn't crack me. He just did vibration, stretching. Because
so you saw the MRI then?
Yeah, he saw.
Well, you had to know that to know what to do.
Right. So we went through the process, and I am genuinely believing right now my final stop might actually be by you, because the thing is, the reason why I could say the recovery process is there. Right. I accepted the reality that I didn't want to do that surgery because I wanted to be able to be around my sons. And when I looked at people who did it, everybody was in a wheelchair or bedridden.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm going to live with the pain. So that's why I was popping painkillers for so long. I even have painkillers in my bag.
Not so long. I have clients who was on morphine and thing, you know.
Bro,
I won't call you rest of medicine and all of them get good.
I went through all of that. Morphine wasn't even working for me. They would shoot me with that, and I'd still be
You used Petadine and Novocaine and so on?
I was on everything.
We want to go to
everything.
Well, we'll get a client there.
So. Well, we have a client.
That's what me and Stephan talk about.
So what what's the name again?
Adrian.
So Mr. Adrian seems to have something called involutional changes.
Yeah.
So you take it from there. It means to say anything can happen at any time, any second. Nothing is confirmed, no guaranteed.
Yeah, it's not. And that's the thing with it. I could be good now and in pain instantly. Well, I'm always in pain. I tell people that it's just my pain tolerance high.
Yeah, well, after time you just get accustomed. Your mind is blanket to extent.
It's blanket out.
So you need to see your documents supporting stuff to figure out what to do from there.
Yeah.
So
I'll give you handles basically.
So people who suffer with neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain, generally pain, or physical problem, physio problem, body biomechanical problems. So basically, just call, make an appointment, and come in, and we do the checkup, and then from there we take it. Because it's difficult for plenty clients. You understand? So the numbers are 741-0071 and 301-2086.
Parking guaranteed.
Yeah, we have your own car park and everything. Flat, simple area to just drive up and that's it. Nice. You don't have to worry yourself because it had an office down Pinal and that was too much, right? Yeah, that was a bit too much.
All right, people, we look forward for our 10:30 play with draw. It was indeed having a pleasure, Mr. Sital and the company.
My lord.
Yeah. For all those in pain, check him out. Yeah.
You gotta start somewhere. All the best.
Real pain.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So wait, does he say what happened there?
All right, good.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, Hey, up for this exciting challenge? And confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? And confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1, your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? And confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
People, we're back inside and looking for a smart way to grow your savings. For a limited time, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Credit Union is offering competitive fixed deposit rates of up to 4%. That's up to 4% guaranteed when you invest with a PCU fixed deposit. Visit any location of Barataria, Arima, San Fernando, or Tobago to get started today. For more details, visit policecreditunion.com or call us at 612-4PCU. PCU, your future safe with us. And we are back inside, people. The doctor would have given us some interesting, how to put it, insights into the human body and how it works, the anatomy and physiology of how it works. And well, yeah, my boy here talking back talk day. You know, let's go back injuries kind of thing. You know, it's very interesting, you know, to hear when these topics come up. You know, to understand the body and how it works. And you on by chance?
Yeah, I on.
Yeah, you inside like a liver. Right. Yes.
I'd rather be inside like a liver than be on somebody's desk with my liver missing.
Well, precisely.
It's a good thing the liver is re-energized and regrows, so it's safe.
Right, so as we go along with the program this morning, there are a lot of things that are happening. That's not what is saying the office number. Oh, they want the office number.
Oh, 7410071.
Yeah, that's the number, folks.
741 0071.
Right, cool. So that's the number.
Yeah.
To get in contact with Mrs. Sital.
You're getting a secretary now once you call that.
All right. Secretary no. So call the number. Yeah. It is what it is.
Book all your bookings early.
So let's get into the politics of the day. Right. So generally, well, I saw two friends crash in Tobago, in John Dial.
Yes, boy.
And they died.
Crazy,
yeah?
Like,
when I saw that car, I was like, what the hell?
It was, it was properly mangled, you know.
The whole roof come off of the vehicle. And I like, they're not taking all the time or something? What is going on? But generally, people take all their time, people don't mind all their business outside there. Mind all their business. All not minding all their business. So that was causing the problem, you know. All of that speeding. All the speeding so going. All they going. All they going with all that speed. You know what I mean? We just taking out. Two of them lie down, they dead.
Yeah.
And the car mangled.
But the thing is, you see how when I look at these crashes, the condition these cars is be in.
Yeah.
I often wonder how fast these people is actually going.
Now that'll be going at least 120, at least minimum.
Because it look like you crush it.
Yeah, it doesn't look right at all. We speeding. No, we doing too much stupidness outside there, and that's what causing. Because we're not minding our business. You know what I mean? And well, I see Shamfa has won. I wasn't expecting that though. I see Shamfa has won the internal leadership election for Tobago, which is alright, you know. The democratic process has taken place. Not like Stuart Young.
Yes.
Not like Stuart Young at all.
And
don't do with that.
And I know seeing in some good news here, I would like to say
you hear me out there?
Not loud enough.
Not loud enough?
I really find it's coming through kind of soft.
I know what's going on there. Kind of soft. All right. I don't want to be soft in the wrong places, but go ahead. Yeah.
Some good news. I just scrolling the social media here, and I must say, big up to St. Mary's College.
Right.
I am seeing that last week Thursday, the members of the Visual Arts Department took the Form 5 art students to view the work at two different art exhibitions. The first exhibition was in the University of the West Indies, the undergraduates' final year art exhibition held in Central Bank, and other art exhibitions happening currently in the Red House, entitled From the Reef to Rainforest. The University of the West Indies final year exhibition featured Part Saints students Kevin comments, and the reason why this is exceptionally good news is because I'm seeing my sons there.
All right. Well, your son does do what? Rugby or something?
They do rugby, they do Muay Thai, so they just fight Muay Thai.
Yeah, but how is
they do hockey?
How you get into that? How you get funding for that?
For what?
Because I talked on the block last night. I came home late, but I passed on the block just to see how the thing going on. And they were boasting that they have 3 youth men on the rugby side and the national team. And they went out recently to some country to play and they won the 2 tournaments. Right? So that they go Mexico again, whatever. But it is costing some money.
Yeah, it does cost.
Right? how do you access monies for that for youth?
Simple. The same way how we access money Saturday going, we sell barbecue.
We sell what?
We just sell barbecue.
Sell barbecue.
Yeah. It's at a big barbecue fundraiser Saturday, yeah. My sons and them was black from being on the grill. We just sell barbecue. That is how they just fund these things.
So there's no government money then?
You get a little bit of government funding, which was extremely low under the PNM because Mrs. Kojo was more pushing feminine sports. So male sports kind of suffered under her tenure.
So nothing has been.
And then you have the businesses.
Minister of Sport and find out exactly what is the format.
And then you have the business sector now, because you have Caribs have a club, police have a club, so they would chip in however they could too, and that is how they just fund it. And then the parents just do the rest. My son's gears does leech money, especially for those hockey sticks and stuff.
And how old are they?
They're 17 now.
Oh, they're almost big man.
Nah, them is my babies. Them
what
is my
babies? What babies what?
Them is my babies.
What babies you telling me about?
They are my babies.
You talking.
Them is my babies. I don't see big men. I just see two little babies.
Well, you're going to see them just now. You're going to see them just now as big men. You will be forced to see them as big men. Playing Chupin and playing seeing and playing best ostrich.
They will always be babies in my eye.
In your eyes.
In my eye.
In your eyes. But you're not the only eyes.
My job is to protect them until my close and then protect them when my close too.
Well, you go understand when they get a girl.
No. I don't mind. They can do all of that. But at the end of the day, them is still my babies. Them is my children.
All right. I hear
right?
that.
And let me make it perfectly clear. They are not my stepchildren. So I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about not being invited to no wedding that I pay for or anything like that.
Right. I hear. Well, you know how it does go.
Yes.
You know how it goes. With fathers and their sons and so on. If many fathers would make that intervention with the youths and them from early, we would not be in a situation, or we be suffering it less. Let's put it that way. Because as I said, there are about 6,000 youths outside there from since Martin Joseph time to now. And the amount of drama that kids have faced from then to now. 5 years ago, the kind of things that you couldn't do, you could do now with technology.
True.
And so that alone should tell you that's just one space, one little space. So the other pieces of peer pressure and, boy, let me go and rob a store, let me go and they don't go from zero to hero just like that. You just build your game.
True.
Right? They start holding a little gun for the bad man in the area. Then you start to smoke a little weed, drink a little fala, punching, get a little gun to hold. For them, you ain't doing that with it, but it's stolen by you, them kind of thing. And they start to build up your game, then they start to rob, then they start to get involved, and you're going home normal.
Yeah.
You're going home normal with books in your bag, and extra shoes in your bag and all kind of mad thing. And the evidence of that is watch last year alone, with all those jeeps with the youths and them that have been held for all sorts of different.
Yeah, but look, even right now, I've been. It's really hard to keep track of it, but I have been saving all the photos of victims that would have been killed via criminal activity, by gangs or whatever. And I'm being honest with you, almost every single photo is an Afro-Trinbagonian. So the thing that you are talking about where these children get left behind, these are fathers who creating the cycle again, because there's so many of them.
The mothers too. The mothers picking up bad man right after too and making two more with them too, and so it going. The cycle that's continuing.
Yeah.
We have killed within the last 4 years at least 3,000 black males.
Yeah.
If each one of them have 2 children, which normally happens, right? That's 6,000 people. Again, our next cycle now start.
Yeah.
With a set of young children again that went through that.
And we'll see this generation, the morals
I just wish
missing.
I just wish I could take people like Vandana and and Natalie Chaitan and a couple of them to the actual ghetto.
Yeah.
To see how these youths of them live and how
they'll never do it.
And how easily it is for them to get caught up.
Bro, let me tell you something. Why you feel the PNM was so hell-bent on stopping Christmas List that they had to charge him for sedition is because Christmas List was showing the breakdown of those PNM constituencies where the youth was concerned.
Right.
And it was an eye-opener because a lot of people in Trinidad and Tobago genuinely don't even believe that those places are in those conditions in some cases, When they see the young people from those communities, they are shocked or they are like, how they live like that. But that is life to them,
Right.
And you see, the thing is, I believe, and that's why I've always said that to me, PNM has cultivated a format of ignorance, and they thrive off of the ignorance of the Afro-based community,
Right.
because they have somehow convinced these people, a large majority of them, that this is as good as your life could get.
Right.
So this is conversations I've had with youths, because I deal with children every day.
Right.
When do you think a child in the ghetto identifies that they are going to be a failure? When do you think they start accepting the reality that I am going to be a failure in my community? This is as good as life could get, and I'm just going to be like everybody else here. When do you think they start accepting that reality?
I don't think they even accept it. I think they just fall into it.
They fall into it. And you know when they fall into it? In the space of 10 to 12.
Right.
When they start to have a better understanding of what the environment is.
I would really love to take Nashi Chaitan and Vandana and them to the actual ghetto to see what it is actually going on there. They don't understand the dynamics of what's going on now.
No, they don't.
They don't understand
and
the dynamics.
Even the people who they campaign behind don't understand the dynamics of it, because they're not going there. They go there once every 5 years.
Well, it's unfortunate.
And they don't even stay long enough to see the issues they pass through. They rally them to vote for us and they're gone.
Right, okay.
And that's just it.
Well, that is unfortunate because we're not in a place where we should be, right? And it's not for the want of money alone. Money would be one of the factors that you need to really kind of, okay, for instance, we have a guy named Officer Shabadi, right, who's doing a program after us, right? And he's been doing human service for the youths for years. With the St. James Police Youth Club.
Yeah. Very good club too.
And I think, and he came to I remember him as an officer that came to my school, in my primary school. Let's tell you how long ago that was.
Wow.
Right? And I remember some of the words, he told us, he was a young officer. He was well slim and trim them days.
Yeah.
No community service kind of thing. And it was like, was a real intervention for us to see our young officer, and now to see him now as an older man, and I as an older man
still doing it
means something to me, because it gives how to put it, it makes it look like like you never give up.
Never give up. And that is very important that you would say that, because there are a lot of people who told me, bro, why do you do this? Why do you make these videos? Why do you try to talk to these people? You make it out.
Right.
You are a success story from that place where you came from.
Right.
Why do you look back? I say, because if nobody does that intervention, if nobody convinced them that they could make it,
right,
they would accept that as their reality, and they'll just stay there. They wouldn't apply the effort to try to come out.
Okay. Well, that is unfortunate. We stuck in our cycle, and we need to get out of that cycle. And I don't know. I would think that they understand what the hell going on, but the reality of the situation is we in a bad place. Because yesterday and all, every day I try to add up in my head. When I traverse the ghetto and I talk to youths and that kind of stuff, or see them operating, we in a bad way, buddy. We not in a place where we could just reel them and pull them back in. Some of them so far gone. Some of them, I have two around me that are hustlers from since they're born. You know. Their mother and father is alive. She did her part up to a certain point. The father was kind of, he was always in hiding because they were always looking for him for some stupidness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was left to his own devices, the streets, for all his life. I watching this youth man, a big man now, you know, and he going all the wrong roads. He going down, except he not into the gang thing per se.
Yeah.
But he in survival mode.
Yeah.
So much times of
And
his
that's
life.
that's what most young people in the ghettos be in, survival mode.
And that's not good. That
I
they ain't get
saw a
chance to sit
video
down
on
to check
TikTok
nothing.
with a young man crashing out. He was quarreling with the camera phone and yelling and talking, blaming the government and saying this, and he was saying that sometimes all I have is a weed smoke. And I looking for work and I can't get work and I doing this and what and the rich on top they have and everything, and he went on so much that nothing wasn't making sense, but he was just crashing out.
Right.
And he was like, they want to take away the weed from we, right? But I need to take my little smoke, and I'm looking at this kid and he's probably about 17 to 18 years old and he's going off the rails.
Right.
And I'm saying in my head, he doesn't even understand that a big part of you being able to get employed, you have to be off the weed.
Well,
but he's quarreling and saying he
yeah,
want to be.
But I don't understand. They know it had drug tests in that
Right,
place, and
right.
going with
So,
that.
and that's what I'm trying to tell you. I see people who quarrel and argue that they want jobs, but things that they need to give up to acquire the jobs, they're not willing to do that.
And I'm wondering if that is a good thing or a bad thing, because I always tell people, if you're looking for a job, look for a job that you like. But the problem is it's to find one that you like, and to get in, right?
Yeah.
And most youths don't understand the hard work and sacrifice it takes to get to the place where you want to be.
Where you want to be.
You don't just get up in that place just so. You know what I mean? You have to work to get there, and watching, the kind of drama that we kind of work towards where we are and where we want to be, because it's not about everybody just want a quick fix. I don't understand. I don't know. Well, we part of life because we went through it at some point and came up to a point where we could splash it. You establish yourself first. As I always say, establish yourself first before you exploit yourself. And most men want to exploit themselves first
before they establish
and never establish themselves. That's the problem. And I'm wondering if that is a problem that we need to fix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're supposed to establish yourself, get a foundation, and move up. Right? But most of them want to exploit themselves first. Time, woman, song, dance.
That's why I told my sons and them, focus on building yourself first. And then find a woman who's building just as hard as you, and two all you come together. Because if a lot of men look at what causes us to not excel, a lot of the times when we now start off in life, a big part of our resources goes into chasing relationships and stuff like that. If we prioritize self-growth and prioritize...
They say look for a woman in your price range and stick to it. Don't look...
Well, here what? Yeah, well, guess what?
Don't look for girls
yeah, well,
above your
guess
price
what?
range.
Nowadays, in some cases, it don't make sense looking for one within your price range. It's better to stay by yourself when you're now starting off. Because you remember now, I tell people how I believe, and I just teach my sons, everything that you add into your life externally, viewed from the point of a bill.
Okay.
A child is a bill. Right?
All right.
When you bring a child into the world, a child is a bill.
A forever bill.
A forever bill. Right? If you pick up a woman and she's not working anywhere, that's a bill. So if you look, it's a bill.
A liability at the core.
Well, no, they don't like when you use the word liability. They take offense to that. So do not say liability. Say it's a bill, because it's an added cost that you now have to stand. And if you are not financially stable to stand that cost, you start to deteriorate. And a big part of male deterioration comes from when a man doesn't have money to support himself.
Well,
he becomes frustrated.
Yes, that point, yes.
And he could act out, he could become erratic. So, and then he could pull out all the plugs in the wedding.
All right, folks, stay locked on for the news, and our news will be read by our own Carrie Roberts. So stay locked on for that. We'll get to the news right now.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1, your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? And confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what we need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1, your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
K. Up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what we need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
All right, people, we're back inside and we are coming closer to the 12 o'clock hour. We are now just about 11:10, yeah, somewhere around there. And we have lots of things going on, right? Things happened this weekend. I was especially pleased while I was in the rally weekend. I did my piece, basically. I went down with my board and, you know, we did our thing. Some signals were sent during the presentation by camera predecessor, some real short signals. Yeah, some signals that are, how to put it, for the future. I took note of it and I just paying attention to what's the hell going on. But at one time I was very far and the rain was drowning out, you know,
the audio of it.
Yeah, the audio of it and so on. But I heard her talking about jobs. I heard her talking about what she has delivered, which I spoke about last week. And some of the things that she has delivered, where we met the economy, and she spoke about where we taking the economy and so on. So I was sort of pleased, you know, with most of the stuff that she would have spoken about. There were a lot of supporters there, but the rain kind of gave it a damper for a while, but it was all right otherwise, right? I saw she brought on Julian John on stage, and she sort of signaled certain things, you know. That's very interesting to note.
Yes.
And we'll play for that later on in the scenario to see how it unfolds.
It seems like it was well accepted.
Yes.
It was well accepted. The future looks bright.
Well, yes, it's looking bright. And, well, I don't know what going on with Stuart Young and this Delcy visit. Watch it. These politicians really know how to play the game, you know.
He is trying to undermine the efforts of this government.
Well, we can't say that just yet, but we will see how it unfolds. What I know is that in terms of where we at, in terms of oil and gas negotiations and whatever, right? Well, he went and poked the bear, basically, and he went and he spoke to Delcy and wherever he tell her. You know, will be some propaganda as usual, but generally, you know, we're supposed to be in a good position.
But can we deem that as somewhat unpatriotic? Because if it is a case that we are trying to secure negotiations or secure this oil and gas deal with them,
well,
do you think that trying to block that with the hopes that it comes back?
Well, we'll see what he tells her, because Diosdado Caballo, Delcy Rodriguez, and Maduro had a rally a couple months ago, and they made her persona non grata, right? And based on that, he holds no position in the government right now.
Exactly.
So what did you go in and check Delcy for? Really?
And that's what I'm saying. The only thing I could interpret that as is you're trying to undermine the efforts of the government.
Yeah, but if he try to do that, he should be held for treason or something. I don't want to say it, but I hope that you're not found wanting on this occasion, as Stuart Young. I hope you're not found wanting. You know, you became a lawyer, so you should know better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is Trinidad and Tobago. We all live here. We all have passports that say Trinidad is not UNC thing or PNM country.
Yeah, but it just goes to show his sneakiness again, because you sneaked to go there this time.
Right.
And then you snuck her into our country during the pandemic and left our own citizens who were trying to come home abandoned. So at every turn where we are looking for you to be patriotic, you're showing us that you're not, that you all are only seeking your self-interest.
Well, our parents from supporters didn't go see that. They've been seeing that. They've been seeing that. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, is how it goes. But it is not in a good position where he went. He has nothing in the government. He ain't going to reach no official capacity.
Yeah.
But that you pally. So you went and visited she, and I like, what you doing? What is you doing? You know that kind of way? The people them trying to get things going and all of this. Because he know it had tensions there between.
Yeah, and it's literally like he's trying to put a spoke in the wheel.
Because she's in Barbados right now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
She's in Barbados as we speak. So she's making a Caribbean tour. And that's another issue with the CARICOM kind of scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So she's making a visit to kind of, I really don't know. I want to see what Trump is going to do about that though. You know what I mean? I really would like to see what Trump is going to do about that. Because Trump is in charge right now. And he has Delcy as the interim president. So she doing her thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But sure that's making it difficult. And that's not good. That's not a good place to be at all. You're doing too much shoppiness. Too much.
Yeah.
Too much
shoppiness. I think to the public, to the general public, they should be mindful of situations like that, because if we're going with the slogan,
hello, good day.
Good day.
Can you read it?
Mr. X?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you interested in a contrary view
of how this song
of
like
the
Eric?
situation you're discussing?
How this song so like Eric? So
is Eric?
All right.
So
Okay.
All
right. The one and only Eric. Yeah, am I just... no, will you tell me...
Well, Mr. X, let me tell you something, I was still in town when Kamala Prasad Bissessar, Rudy Indarsing and others were calling on the United States administration to arrest Rowley, arrest Young for going to talk to Maduro to get gas for us. I wonder how patriotic that was. Because at that point in time, we said that we needed gas in order to survive, in order for this country to survive. And we have always said a marriage with Venezuela's gas resources is the resolution for our present problem. But the UNC was always against it up to the time of election. They was telling you, listen, if you listen to Rowley and you go there, they could take away your visa. We knew all of that. So that was then. But this is now, the shoe is on the other foot. I would only say to you, sir, people must have principles. You must stand on something. If you don't stand up for something, you'll fall for every single thing. And the UNC right now, they are the ones who painted themselves into this box. And I don't think they have any right to be crying now. The kind of names they call Dulcie, they call chief drug dealer, all kind of things. Right? So what is it you're worried about? You put yourself in this, you know. The other thing I would tell you is this. I do not think that Delcy is doing anything on her own. She has to act on Donald Trump's advice. Because right now, Delcy is starving Cuba on Donald Trump's advice. He said no oil for Cuba. Cuba is starving, and we in the Caribbean are sitting down and we are accepting that. Because might is right. You could starve Cuba. Cuba was getting involved from Venezuela. People were going along happy, you know. Just somebody from 16 Pennsylvania having to stand up and say one day, listen, no oil for Cuba. These things are not right. They're really not right. And sometimes you have to sacrifice for the things that are right instead of doing the things that are wrong, because it would carry you nowhere in the long run. And you know something? There's something called karma. It's coming, you know. That's all I have to say, Mr. X. Have a nice morning.
Okay.
You want to get one key?
Okay. So you know what I love? I love when they try to play smart with stupidness. So let me correct what he just said, right?
That's all. Before you go. Hello, good day.
Good day.
Hello, good day.
Yes, fellas. Good morning. Our Eric, no karma coming in. Yeah, the reason why Steph Young went down Venezuela.
All right.
The Prime Minister said she's going to send a delegate to Venezuela. Rowley and Young know that. So Rowley make Young go down Venezuela. see if he can clean up all the tracks and the deals that he, them, and Maduro make before we delegation reach. Because you can't tell me nobody in the PNM and no Chong went down there.
Yes, they said they know. They said they know that he was traveling. They didn't know he was going on there.
Yeah,
they said they didn't know he was going on there.
So he went down there to clean up the truck before we delegation meet. They believe Chong and Chuloli and them, all they know the PNM or not. I know them like the palm of my hand. Then they said from the first front take them. That what he went down when he said for to have me to clean up the truck.
They clean up the trucks. How are you doing
That is the purpose he went down there for.
Wow.
And Rowley didn't know that because the Prime Minister make a statement that she's going to send a delegation to Venezuela.
All right.
So them take front before front take them.
All right.
Man, if all they understand the PNM how they just move,
yeah,
they're not easy.
All right, cool.
Okay then.
Hello, good day.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
And you're not tuning like Bacchanal, eh? And somebody says, suppose you're going for a senorita now.
Oh, Lord.
Anyhow, remember, Eric was saying that they call Delcy all kind of names. So Delcy, before the Maduro hoist by Trump, and they was calling Kamala all kind of names too, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Interior Affairs and all kind of things.
Yes.
And them call she all kind of drunk lady and all kind of things.
Yeah.
Well, so where you go to?
Do for do can never be bad, man.
People that has had a little disagreement.
All right, I hear that.
But let me see what will happen because, Stuart, in my humble opinion, if you go for a senorita, fine, that's your own personal business. But if you go on to talk to Delcy and say, girl, don't give them no oil and thing, that is not patriotic. And they just be the first one to talk about patriotism.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how it unfolds. You can't
Let me
hide
see how the drama unfolds. Let me see.
You can't hide.
Yeah.
All right.
You can't hide that.
Yeah, but X, based on the first caller's statement, he is saying that Kamala Persad-Bissessar would have been the one who would have been making phone calls to Donald Trump and all those different things. Take the call.
Hello, good day.
Hello, morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, morning.
I just called to endorse Eric
All right.
on what he said.
All right.
Because, watchmen, this is the government. And bro, who one talk there, respect to you, the man is correct.
Okay then.
All we were saying is take sides, but remain diplomatic.
Okay then.
According to Mr. X, your trouble is cute. I mean, that's a good side to me, but your trouble is good. And once you're back, what you do, man, ranks pulling. But that's what, unfortunately, one from the next one the one from we really. And next thing too is that all that bacchanal talk, all you have to do is stay diplomatic. Mr. Ali, all of them waiting for. If you touch them, you touch we, Mr. Ali. You see how normally is every good with everybody. Oh, he know diplomacy. Right? Right? That is what happening here right now. But the thing about it, people like me are coming out. I can't go no way. Miss KBB and them, if watermelon flower, them get pack up and get out of here. And we, the ground troops, we the losers in this thing. Because I always move. Them politicians and them. All right, thank you.
Okay. Now, hear what I'm saying next.
Go ahead.
The statement that the first caller made, that this caller is endorsing, at the time when Kamala Persad-Bissessar was making the calls to Donald Trump, what was Delcy Rodriguez and Maduro considered by the United States of America? Persona non grata. They were considered narco-terrorists, and they were considered drug terrorists, right? And he said specifically, because this is where people trying to play smart with stupidness, he said specifically, anybody found doing business with them could face American sanctions. We had a government that at the time was doing business with him that snuck, because if everything was above board, there would have not been any reason to sneak Delcy Rodriguez into the country during a pandemic.
All right.
If everything is above board.
Morning, Alive.
Good morning.
I listen to all the perspective before I talk. Morning. What happened?
This is Granny. How you going? I'm still looking good.
Oh, Granny.
Morning,
Abid.
Well, I know the other gentleman sitting there. But
That's what be opinion box. Opinion box.
Good morning.
Right. I feel so glad. Saturday, I couldn't feel more glad than that. Our country has less murders. It has less murders. And the hospital is plenty better for now. And the gentleman who called and said, Kalma coming for he too. And I wonder if he know the meaning of Kalma. And the only time he so. And all of them so could talk about karma. You have to believe in reincarnation.
Yeah.
And if you do not believe in reincarnation, well, there is no karma there. So karma coming for you too.
True.
All right. Keep good.
All right,
You too,
okay,
mother.
thanks.
Take care.
Stephan Granny for him.
All right,
We will,
okay,
we
no
will.
problem. We will.
And I feel so glad Saturday. I could imagine how you feel because you maybe was down there.
Yeah, I was on the front
All the
and center.
thanks for this time.
All right, thanks a lot. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and that is the reality of it. They were deemed narco-terrorists. And you see, you want me to tell you why Trinis don't really understand how dangerous sanctions is?
Yeah.
All these same callers who using this. Trump just had to wake up in the morning and say, here what? So that is what Trinidad want to do? Mark Zuckerberg cut Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram from Trinidad.
Right.
You, because we get where does our internet provider come from? Everybody feel internet is B-Mobile and Digicel is created. It has come from Miami through underwater cables. When internet go down in Trinidad for half an hour, and the whole of Trinidad is malfunction.
Yeah.
So you could imagine Trump putting the nation under sanction and taking these things away from us. But you see, we talk like that because we never experience it.
Right.
We don't know what it is to lose it. So you're trying to tell her she's supposed to be patriotic and say this. Let us stay patriotic. Let us stay patriotic to CARICOM. And then we get hit with sanctions. You know, is the first thing the nation coming out to say is because of you, Miss Bissessa, we do our internet.
Right. Okay, let's take a foreign news call here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Foreign news. Hello?
Morning, John.
Morning.
Morning again.
Yeah, man.
Just
Parallel volume
just
on
to add
foreign
a
news.
perspective to the geopolitical perspective in relation to Stuart Young's visit.
Yeah, use your male voice here. Go ahead.
My what voice?
Your male voice.
Yeah, you had to turn him up a little
Yeah,
bit.
use your male voice. It right up.
All right. Here we go. Okay. Did that help?
Yeah, it's sounding a little soft, but go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Here's the situation there. I think a lot of people missing the geopolitical situation here. Stuart Young, our so-called allies, not all of them,
True.
in NATO, right? And also the PNM. And some people who are UNC supporters I know out here and in Trinidad. You know what is going on here with Delcy and other individuals? They just playing against the clock or playing with the clock. What is a clock? Come November, if ever the Democrats take the House and the Senate, or at least the House,
Right.
Congress controls the purse strings. And even though Trump and maybe a Republican president,
He can't be. He will be silenced.
pardon me?
He will be silenced at least,
Well, now
or at least put into a box.
right, because we're known as a lame duck president.
Right.
So what will happen is that they're gonna waste a lot of time, money, energy, and everything, whether it is impeachments and all kind of investigations and all kind of crap. Okay, and you see anything that TNT is banking on in resuming with Venezuela, or at least salvaging or building back with anything energy-wise, all bets will be off for that. All that will be thrown through the window, thrown off the table. And that's the situation there. So these guys just binding the time and just saying waiting.
Yeah, they're
with
playing a long game.
anticipation. Yeah, to that November. But you see what happened on Saturday?
Yeah.
It will kind of backfire. You understand? And so, but knowing Republicans as I know them, right? They're very good in the mouths of victory, grabbing defeat. So let's wait and see what they're doing. I'm not saying that everything is perfect in what they're doing, but they're really messing up in some areas. And
Go ahead. Hello?
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a problem. All right.
Okay. No
So
problem.
that's what's going on there. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
You are the man low so all the time, man. So don't worry, I seen it here. So second to last is WhatsApp call.
Yeah,
Remember that.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
It is
Yeah.
what it is.
So, well, I forget that media election.
Media election. Something that a lot of people wish Trinidad had, eh?
Well, yeah. Well, we sort of have it, because we have internal elections in the UNC has to take place. We have midterms.
Internals for PNM.
Our midterms is more or less the budget.
Yeah.
To try to get that right and try to get the. I wonder if we miss this boss here and he loses. We end up in problems, Come to think of it. There's an unknown caller. Let's see what's happening here. Hello, good day.
Good day, good day.
Good day, man.
Two things. Coming out of the report on Saturday. One of the things that we saw, that people need jobs.
Right.
And while we can't predict the future and the finances, the projection looking good. And the people who organize the event at a Bolden Stadium would have been a better venue for that. With parking space and facilities and space for people to be.
Yeah, I heard the crowd
But
was
I have an issue here that I want to bring to the fore. This landlord issue. I went to pay that this morning in the warden's office in Cuba. And they tell me that another money has to go to Port of Spain, San Fernando, or Tonapuna. I don't think the government speaks about this landlord issue. And if not, they need to start allowing people to pay in the warden's office to register as a landlord to allow to avoid this rush and long lines and confusion and foolishness. Otherwise, we end up in the same way like when they were paying property tax.
Okay, then.
So we need to look at these things from that perspective, and I hope the Minister of Finance listens to this program and hearing clearly, because we don't want to wait the last minute for things to happen. I could mortgage the place to find money, but the 3 years in jail, I'm going to have to come out and change the clothes and wear something different,
Understood.
All right.
So you all have a good day.
Yeah, man.
You too.
Yep. Yeah, but I know studying that's the truth. If this man really going on there to really
undermine the
time in the
situation.
process, right? Until November.
Yeah.
Trump is no longer going to have the kind of power that he wields now.
True.
And PNM can start to capitalize on what's going on, because now we won't be in a position to monetize much. And if we don't get that refinery up before November, we in some problems.
Yeah.
So that could be a long game he playing.
Yeah.
That's
And
very
just
interesting.
today, I was telling somebody, PNM is a well-tuned engine.
Yeah.
Right now, it has 1 or 2 cylinders not firing.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that they cannot repair those cylinders, eh?
Well, they have done it before, twice
Yep.
before.
Yep.
Wow, interesting. Because if we're not in a position to capitalize on the oil and gas of anyway, basically, in November, and Trump end up a lame duck president, that would be interesting.
Yeah. But I
very,
genuinely
very
don't think that Trump is going to end up a lame duck president.
Well, let's see how it unfolds.
I
Let's see if
I
they're
think
playing
he
for the
has-
PNM, playing for the long game.
Because I watch a lot of, like I said, I just consume more US content than local. And
Yeah.
I still think he has a very strong following base, eh?
If you so it?
Yeah. That let me tell you something. You see that Make America Great Again line is a very strong line. WhatsApp. Now, that is WhatsApp.
Hello, good day.
Hello, good day.
Hello? Hello?
Nah, turn it back on.
Yes.
Yeah, hello, good day.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Give your contribution.
Yeah, this is first one for the station, right? I listen to Eric, and like a lot of the PM supporters, they don't understand certain things, right? When Kamala Maduro at the time, right? You know, she was prime minister before in 2015, right? Venezuela wasn't under sanctions against by the US. And like they don't seem to understand that, you know.
True.
When she said she not supporting Honduras as the president, it's because the US had Venezuela under sanctions, you know, and that sanctions could affect another time. When the US now, when Trump now can remove Maduro from Venezuela, a lot of things have changed, and like, they don't seem to understand that.
Okay, cool.
True. Yeah, he's correct.
Okay.
Thanks.
You drop the volume a little bit on
Hello, good day. Hello.
Hello, good day.
Good morning, X and your co-host.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome, sir, and your director.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to talk about the article on The Guardian yesterday. The UNC will win again, etc. Thing by that, by Anna Ramdas. The apple don't fall from the tree. Father like son. Hamid Ghani, father, as Rohan Sinanan said, was a PNM MP, and he was an honest Indian. So what his son said that he will grade the UNC with an A. Likewise, Basdew, the Professor Dewey, say he's going to give a B+. Where the clueless, penniless got that 3 out of 10, something has to be wrong. An Indian, according to the BNM, he was an honest Indian. That is Hugo Ghani, the MP for Arima, PNM MP for Arima in 1972, and his son likewise like the father. So I go with that. I go and have a nice morning.
You too.
Okay.
You went off on a little tangent.
We have some real weird callers, you know. It is what it is, right? Good morning, guys. Short long, go on Venezuela, because if the government get through with negotiations with Delcy, you come and beat his chest and say it's because of his visit and his words to that why we got through. Well,
you see, let me tell you something.
Conspiracy theories, you know.
The narrative with PNM right now is everything that UNC says get done or activate under them, it's we PNM is saying they were the ones who set it up. They were the ones who set it up, and we just claiming it. And decide when you think about, you know, wanting the refinery start back and all these different things, right? You have to ask yourself a genuine question, right? The PNM is saying they want the Dragon gas deal and they want these different things on thing, right? You shut down a refinery to come to restart back a refinery to refine gas and all these different things. You have a government now that have the same agenda under them. Why are you so determined that it not be started by this government?
Well, they want to take the credit. But anyhow, let's play some ads and we're going to be right back, people, and to close off the show. So stay locked on.
The winning
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
So I got right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? And confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what we need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
So I got right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Where you and okay, let's bring it to the forefront. The United States is one of our biggest trade partners.
Right.
We probably do more trade with the United States than CARICOM.
Well, yeah.
Right. So you're trying to tell us go against him. But you all not taking into consideration how many things the US actually supplies to Trinidad and Tobago.
Business with them and that done stuff.
Right? You want to talk about visas and stuff. You know how many Trini nationals we have working in the US? You know how many people the US takes in on a daily basis from Trinidad and Tobago? So you have students out there studying. You have people who do online jobs, right? most of the work I do does come from US based clients through Fiverr. So all these is opportunities we could lose. You know?
I hear Fiverr, they were,
Yeah, boy, Fiverr paying the bills, yes.
Yeah, that's
Had to say big up Fiverr, yes.
That's pull out here, so that's get a man bidding on your job.
Yeah, and you see, people don't even understand that the way you see the people who, when you listen to the contributions, these are older head people who don't understand that the world has drastically changed.
I noticed. I ain't go up on Fiverr in a while, but do they have AI specialists there now?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah?
Yes, bro. Let me tell you something. Fiverr has become I had no idea how lucrative Fiverr would have become for me from the last year when I started on it to now.
Alright, okay.
You know, there's work everywhere, especially in the digital space.
Yeah.
There's work everywhere on Fiverr.
I do a couple logos, I do a couple presentations, I do a couple things from them, and it worked out well.
Yeah.
Because you get it 10% of what you would normally pay.
Listen, bro.
A lot of things that you can streamline. You can streamline.
Yeah, well, I doing basic video editing for a lot of gamers and content creators and stuff.
Right.
And you know what I love about them? They don't stick to pay. The only thing I don't like is the last minute adjustments. But they don't stick to pay. So this is what I'm saying. A lot of opportunities we could lose. You know, things like online shopping. They could blacklist us and say, well, okay, all of us who like to shop online, we Amazons, we this, that. They could blacklist that. But the average man on the ground doesn't understand how impactful a sanction is on your nation.
Yeah.
They don't understand that.
Well, somebody calling any US president powerless or a sitting duck is a mistake. Even if political weakness, as the caller said, presidents still have influence on sanctions, foreign policy, and energy decisions.
See what I mean?
The US also thinks strategically oil, China and Russia, and regional control. Trinidad and Tobago's value is being a stable energy partner. So it's not as simple as what people would think.
Yeah.
But thanks a lot for the call.
I agree with that.
For that text, I should say, on WhatsApp. I don't know enough to really broach certain parts of it. I had to get certain parts of it first. But when you don't have no money, is that where your problem will start? And Congress will be controlling his money. So that's where his problem would start. But we'll see how it goes. But it could be a strategic move by him by going and taking a picture, DLC, to try to sway the thing in a particular direction. But what should them do anything to get back in?
Yeah. Let me tell you something. This
in.
is the hardest I've ever seen PNM campaign. And you know why I'm saying campaign? Because they campaigning all now, you know.
And they're doing some of our leader. That's the problem. They do have a good leader.
Well,
you see, remember, Manon was an orator.
Yeah.
Rowley was an orator. Penny's is not very inspiring.
But let me be honest with you. I think that the problem. I don't even think that the problem is Penny. I think Penny has hyenas around her.
As what?
Hyenas around her, and she's just an old lion. She has hyenas around her because I don't even think she trusts the people who are around her. She might be working with them. But I don't even think deep to her core she trusts the people because I think she somewhat understands that they are not truly loyal to her.
Who's that?
The people around her.
You know what? She knows she has some snake in the grass. She know that. She know that. She know that very well. She in the politics long enough. She knows that it's sex inside of the PNM. She know that there are sex different sex of them who bunching. The horses bunching in certain areas.
Yeah.
And they're willing to bust your throat, but I don't know when to bust your throat.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And then
the chai comes is another one.
Former who literally carrying on like he's still running the party.
Yes. It is what it is. But I just want to go across to Tobago for a while. Well, I see... Well,
I see Shamfa running out.
Nah, Shamfa is a goat, man. Generally, I saw when the THA has imposed some new fines on those jet ski operators and so on. Because my first inkling was that jet ski incident was not done by a local. And I was wrong like a O. Right? Till the guy living Castara, I think, or somewhere. Somewhere he lived in Mason.
Yeah, well, I knew it was a local from the jump.
Well, I didn't expect it to be a local. I expected it to be somebody who does not know the park.
Yeah.
And was just trying a thing and get caught up, right? But I wasn't expecting somebody who knows the park, who knows what's going on,
Yeah.
and still took that chance.
Yeah, but the reality of it is they've been they've been doing those breaches years now. You know, it's just that it happened to get highlighted now.
Well, let's put it this way: I was clamoring for the THA to clamp down on it, right? Now they've been speaking to them for a number of years. They've had certain rules understood for a couple of years. They have even roped off the areas that they have, right? And if you saw where the young girl was with her family, it's just about maybe about 10 feet from where they are to the rope.
Yeah.
To the roped off area. And he came into the area and made contact with the family. So on and so on, right? Which means he just wild and doing anything.
Yeah.
Right? And he took her life because of it.
And then you fled the scene.
Yeah.
Which is what I think made it worse.
Yeah. So in terms of, in terms of accountability and doing this thing, Chief Ali say, oh, we're not tolerating that. Me care for the vex, whatever. So he put some rules in place and he raised the fines. Right? For different infractions and so on. But they cannot make law. That was one of the problems with the THA.
Yeah.
They cannot make law just yet. Because they haven't had an agreement along those lines. So they can't make stiffer penalties. But the police could enforce what it already have there.
Yeah.
And the fines for the different infractions, they have raised the fines from 2,000 to 10,000 and all kind of mad thing. So I don't know if that, well, behavior modification tools are what you use to try to get people to conform. But I don't know if this is going to put that kind of rigor into the system that people understand ways.
But I think like just like how we have lifeguards on the beach, right?
Right.
Why, given that Tobago is a tourism hub, because I find like we certain things we are so backward with, and that's why sometimes when I remember some of the stuff Gary has. Why doesn't Tobago have a small marine unit of police officers? They could have a blue. They could have a blue and white jet ski, and it patrols in between the businessmen and the owners.
I would think that is the mode, because I remember being in Tobago for Tobago Carnival, and a contingent of officers who run the marine unit was up there.
Right.
And they were patrolling No Man's Land. They were patrolling Island Pool. But they are the occasional men who doing what they want.
Yeah.
Because I remember
there's always one. Or two.
I remember over there, they had they overloaded the boats. That was one. You have a prescribed amount of people to put on the boats, but you overloaded the boat and doing what you want. You understand? And then the boat sinking. Because I remember 2 weeks before Carnival last year, they had 2 boats sinking just in close proximity to one another.
Wow.
2 boats sinking, and I remember hearing the pilot bawling, go to the front of the boat, wherever the boat come and sink. Because only had 2 more people on the boat. All those kind of violations is what should be sanctioned and have,
stricter penalties.
Yeah, stricter penalties they need. Because you can't tell me that, you're just driving a boat while, so. No, it can't work so. You have a higher thing in our gear. If they tell you 75 is not 125.
Yeah.
They don't work like that.
Greed.
Don't do that, man.
And the thing is, they're not even catering for possibility of life loss, because if you put in greed before life, you understand, then I agree the penalty should be stiffer.
Well, they have now raised the penalties, and most of the tour operators vex.
But this brings me right back to what I said when Kamala Prasad Bissessar is the fines in Trinidad and Tobago. If you don't want to be fined, just do the right thing.
Well, and a number of them, and I am sure that curve has already started going down. It's already started to go down, because if everybody is complying, there will be less fines.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's why I was explaining. You only lose money if you do something wrong.
Yeah. If you play the damn fool,
Yeah, you don't blame the government. I put a rule there, but in order for the rule to be enforced on you,
Right.
You have to do something to breach the rule.
Well, yeah, but we doesn't business with them kind of thing.
And you know what's the sad part? The person who always enforces the rules automatically becomes the villain. And the person who was allowing the rules to just do what they want, they are glorified. So in other words, in this country, we reward degenerative behavior.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, generally, that's how we operate. We love mediocrity, we love it.
Love it.
Bad enough.
One-on-one, what he said, one-on-one could be the 11. That is the culture with we.
Yep.
Right. Rather know what he was saying.
Alright, this is what it is. Let's take this. Hello, good day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Trinidad and Tobago. You all, at the end of the day, Fali has to have a tough hand in these affairs. He cannot come off soft, and he is going to upset people because again, they have gotten accustomed to doing the wrong thing. If you have gotten accustomed to doing the wrong thing, you will have a problem if people trying to enforce it.
Punishment for hunting and killing fauna and damaging flora in the marine park has now also been elevated from 20,000 to 100,000.
I agree
with that.
Because at the end of the day, it's a tourist destination. This is how all you make all your money.
Yeah.
So if I allow you to just do what you want,
right,
mash up the Buku Reef, mash up the corals, how do you generate? The sad part is this: the same people who depending on the money,
right,
destroying it, and then when they don't have it no more, they go come to complain that they don't have no opportunities.
But I wonder how they're enforcing this. If this is a rule of the THA, if they catch you, I wonder how they're sanctioning you. Under what law? That's why I'm trying and strange here with this scenario.
What they're charging you under?
Yeah, what and how they're charging you under? That's what I'm trying to figure out. If it's the rule of the, I wonder, the rule of the THA. That's interesting. I have to find out that. I have to get some information on that and find out how it works. Because I know that they can't make law. So they have made law, but they have made rules for the park.
Yeah.
And if you're violating the rules for the park, it would mean that you're not doing what you're supposed to do, basically.
Sure.
So I don't know. But everything in Tobago is a hustle. And that's what we talk. We have two set of people in Tobago. We have people working for the THA, which is 90% of the people, and the rest of people is hustling. Everything is just a hustle for them. It's not a job. They don't take it like a job. They don't take it serious like a job. They take it like a hustle.
Yeah.
I go down to make our money, boy. You know that kind of way?
Yeah.
That's how them
and because you view it like a hustle, you treat it like a hustle.
Right.
You will respect it.
Yeah, and you're not giving the kind of love that you're supposed to get.
I don't care about what I do as long as I make my money at the end of the day.
Right, that kind of vibes. And that's, you see the hospitality is very poor over there. You ever go over there?
No, I've actually never been to Tobago.
You have never been?
I've been other
You're
places.
wicked,
I'm
boy.
telling you, the reason why I've never gone is because a part of my brain always used to think it was Iridy. When I say it, people always be like, bro, how you guys? Like, because I always felt like Iridy.
No,
so I never prioritized
man,
it.
You can't do that, man.
I never prioritized it. I'm being honest with you. I never prioritized it.
That's not good.
And people just get mad with me all the time for it. And it's funny enough, the one time that I was supposed to take my sons, we had planned it out. It was for my birthday. We had planned it out, and I literally rented the van to carry it over, right? Stepped out of the van and twist my ankle and couldn't go.
Alex, you ever went to Tobago? This man never went to Tobago. Never. And you living right there.
Well, that's why I didn't go, because to me, I always looked at it as Iridy. Who knows? Maybe when UNC build the highway and we could drive over, I'll just drive over.
Talk it up. Well, that brings us to the end of the program, people, today. We are fast approaching. We are 2 minutes away from the hour of 12 o'clock. It was indeed a pleasure working my first day solo, basically, and with new company, Obi. And we'll get to the hang of it as we go along for the rest of the week, right? Because we have a different dynamic to me and Stephan, so we have to kind of work it out and come up with, the right mix.
Yeah.
But we will, so long as it's practicality and you're doing it, with love in your heart. So we are coming up to the 12 o'clock hour where we'll have Sharon Farfan and Alex Asing giving you what's the name of the program, boy? Connect with Sharon here. Connect with Sharon. That's the name of the program. So you can check her out for all your needs in the space of public utilities and other areas that she deals with, right? So love in the house, people. Even the dollars of minds have the genius of expressing the obvious. So stop walking around the town with your blinkers on as you just mirror into a post. Any closing words, Obi?
Make a better version of yourself. As always, Trinidad and Tobago. We out.
All right, we out until tomorrow. So stay locked on.